5, 6, 7, 8.
Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
So let's see. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited or nervous or confident are you for this election?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous or excited? I'll start with nervous. I'll start with 10 because the girlies that's running for Miss Freshmen are eating. They're doing so good and they're campaigning very well. And excited, I'm excited. I'm gonna give that a 10 because regardless of who wins, regardless of what happens, I'm gonna support them regardless because simply I support everyone, no matter the position you're running, no matter if you're running against my friend, I'm gonna support. And then, I don't know, and on a scale of how I feel about it, I'll say a 6. And the only reason I say a 6 is because I feel like we got the election information so late, but I'm so happy that we're all doing the campaign and stuff, so we're doing it like how the upperclassmen would do it. As freshmen, we're doing upperclassmen things. And I'm just very proud of everybody that's running for any position.
I'm gonna piggyback off what Kamille said. Yeah, I'm gonna say 10 for all of them because being nervous, you don't. Of course, you don't know how people feel about you. You don't know how your other opponents are running and how they're getting people to vote for them. It's like what's it called? It's like the unknown. Like you don't know, but you're trying to prepare for it as best as you can. I'm excited. It's fun. Like as being a freshman. In high school, we didn't really have these kind of things, and then once you get to college, as soon as student orientation started, we're all like, oh, here's an election. Like they only gave us 3 days to complete stuff, and then we have to. And they said it's a commitment. You have to. It's an investment. That's what it is. It's you're putting your energy and time and money into it, and then if you don't get the position, you still get that out there. You still have more opportunities to put that in, and even if we don't get the position, there's still other things to do. We can still go around and encourage people. Of course, my opponents, I'm still supporting them anyway, and even last night I was helping them do things and all that. But yeah, it's a 10 for all three.
Okay, well, speaking of, why did you want to go for Miss and Mr Freshmen specifically, as opposed to the president?
Specifically Miss Freshman because I know it'll have a bigger impact on the freshman class. And I say that because if you get the position Mr. or Miss Freshman, when someone talks about the freshman class and what is happening, they're going to simply look at who's the head, which will be the Miss and Mr. And I want to leave an impact for our freshman year. Like I want everyone to have fun. And I know with me being Miss Freshman, I can communicate with everybody. Like I'm a big social media person. I'm always on social media. I always text back. There is no message left on my Instagram that's unread. So I know my communication skills will lead and let the class of 2027 thrive as freshmen. Because I know everyone is in here, they're nervous, we're away from our family members. It's just a lot. You never know what somebody's going on. So I know as communicating and far as being a leader, I think this was the position for me.
I would say that from background, being the first openly gay person in a Catholic school and having no resources or no support, built that to want me to put out more things and be able to help a lot more people. And that's why I am running for Mr. Freshman, because I feel like that through those challenges and struggles, I feel like that I have a lot behind my belt that will help encourage me with also Miss Freshman if selected. That I'm able to create a more community and a very calm surrounding environment.
If you are elected, how would you use your role to further help other student organizations?
To help other student organizations, one thing that I'm strongly going to encourage if I do get this event is to everybody to engage. I think without unity within our class, nothing's going to get done and nobody will have no fun. If we continue to have cliques and having the cliques that want to do this and the cliques that want to do this. We all have to compromise and come together so we can have fun events.
Right.
Because if we have fun events, more people will go. You know what that means? More people join organizations because they see what they can do. So I feel like if we all come together, compromise, have a strategy, have a plan, because if I do become Miss Freshman, yes, I have a plan. But my plan is to let our freshman year be memorable. Let us all remember Kamille, you did this. We all got engaged in this. When the administration looks back, they're like, oh, this many people joined this organization when they were freshmen. Oh, all these freshmen are at this event. Or I want to hear the upperclassmen like, dang, all these freshmen at this event. There's no, I want that to be the comment. I want to make a statement as a freshman class. Because all the upperclassmen see right now is, oh, they're freshmen, they're just here. They don't know what they're getting themselves into.
Right.
But I want the freshman class as a whole to make a statement that we're here and we're coming to leave our mark.
Can you repeat the question?
Just how would you as Mr. Freshman help other student organizations or just communicate with them?
Well, of course, since being freshmen, of course, like Kamille said, you're the first thing that people are going to see when they think of the freshman class.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said that, there's different cliques that we all have to be one class. Since we're both in marching band, our professor says, one band, one sound. I mean, of course, there's different sections, like how we have different groups within the class, but then when we come all together, we need to make one sound and be heard and show up as freshmen, not being shy, but also we need to be present and show that, of course, we are class of 27. We're here to get a degree. We're here to become adults and go out into the real world. So with the organizations, we come together, of course, collaborate and not be separate from each other. We always keep each other updated, and nothing gets overheard, or nobody has this much opportunity, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone have equal opportunities and be heard the same.
One more thing to add on top of that, what I was going to say is we need to stick together as a class,
Right.
on and off the campus. That's all I have to add. I just had to, that was heavy on my heart. That was heavy on my heart.
Well, I know it's a unique position, but have you had any previous leadership roles that are similar or that you have a takeaway from that might help you in this position?
So for me, I played sports my whole life. When 9th through 12th grade, I was the captain of the basketball team, and 11th through 12th, I was captain of the track team, and in 11th and 12th grade, I was the president of the National Honor Society, and in 12th grade, I was the president of the Spanish National Honor Society.
Me, I was in a lot of organizations as the vice president, and I was in SGA, student government. I was in Straight Gay Alliance. I was in swimming. I was a what's it called? A coach, like a junior coach for color guard. I was in Black Student Union. I was in Help for Autism. It was a lot of organizations that I was part of, and with those roles helped me better understand a lot of what the community was within our school, and had a lot of connections to talk with people and improve certain things.
And to add to my statement, I feel like being in those roles showed you how important leadership is, because you never know anyone's background. One thing I had to understand while in high school, you never know anybody's background. You never know what anybody's going through. And so a lot of people don't have role models at home.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't have role models in their family. But you have to set a standard for certain people. Some people's role models can be the person the same age as them. Some people's role models can be younger than them. Role models can come in any way, shape, or form. But it's all about who are you following, who you want to follow.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any words of advice or specific qualities that you would want to see in whoever is elected as Mr. and Miss Freshman?
I'll let you go first. The girls are doing so good.
The guys, we've talked. I mean, we are not as close as the females, but we do understand where each one stands.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we know which one what goals we're trying to reach, what things we're trying to complete in the school. But words of encouragement, don't, I guess, for all of us, including myself, don't be as nervous when talking to people or talking to a group of people, even unscripted or scripted. And because last night was was a lot of us had nerves. This was our first time, most of our first times, public speaking and speaking out loud to a lot of people. So, and of course, with the role coming of Mr. and Mrs. Freshman, we're gonna have to speak a lot to, different groups and public speaking and multiple numbers of people, and we just can't be as nervous. I mean, we can be nervous. That's the human body. It's always gonna have a system, but just learn a way to calm and know and be confident in yourself. So that's what I have to say.
I have no complaints. I'm really proud of everybody. Like, y'all might think I'm just saying this just to say it, but I'm actually really proud. Like, I'm supporting everybody. I'm at everybody's events, and I'm just so they're so like creative. Like some of this stuff I've seen here. Like I would never think of that. Like the Casey this morning with the words of affirmation on the mirror. That was so creative with taking a picture of the mirror, and then I just love how she's branding herself. And then with Zoe on the yard, support on the yard. Early in the morning, people walking to class. That's a good way. I love how they're choosing their times wisely too.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were in here when everyone was coming down to class because they know that's the door's open. Everybody's walking in and out. She was right there in the morning. Everybody's walking on the yard, getting what they do, doing what they do. I just love their timing with everything. And then I just feel like words of encouragement is just be yourself. Like it's sometimes you're gonna see one person doing an event, you're like, dang, I wish I would have did this. But at the end of the day, be yourself, be creative, use your own mind. Because I feel like as a female in general, it's kind of hard to be yourself because all that's being thrown at you is projections of how people want to look at you.
Right.
But that's fine. Be yourself. You're beautiful. Everyone's beautiful. So I'll say just stick with that and just understand that you matter. Your voice will be heard.
Okay, last question. I know both of y'all said y'all are in the band. How do you plan on balancing work, band, and Royal Court if y'all are selected?
I plan on balancing. This is one thing. My work always comes first. Classes always come first because that's the reason I'm here. Then dance. I love to dance. It's a hobby. But Royal Court would be a job because I'm serving for my class. So if my schedules do conflict, I will always choose, if it's between work, Royal Court, I'm gonna choose my work. And then if it's between Royal Court and dance, I'm gonna always choose Royal Court. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing this for everybody. You can see me perform. It's easier to catch up on a few A counts than it is to catch up on a whole meeting or for 2 to 3 hours with the Royal Court. When you're talking about planning, strategizing, organizing, all that stuff, you have to be there. But when it comes to a dance count, I can learn that in a day, or I can learn that in a few hours compared to hours of hard work planning events for our freshman class. And when it comes to schoolwork, that's what we're all here for anyways. That's what we're paying a lot of money to be at this university to be in school. So all the other stuff can come after that.
Exactly what Kamille really said. It's but of course, like she said, it's easier to go back, miss a day, go back to dance and remember an 8 count. Of course, I'm pre-med biology. My schedules are going to be packed. We're gonna have a lot of internships, but of course, with that, so comes the Royal Court. The Royal Court, I mean, it's freshmen, of course, Mr. and Mrs. Freshmen, but with the Royal Court, we are thinking about the whole school as a whole. So even though we're thinking about freshmen, we also have to try to get the rest of the school together. But to juggle all of those, like Kamille said, we are paying money to go to school. We are here for a degree. We're here for education. If that conflicts with the Royal Court, then I have to choose what I really need to do, and that's schoolwork. And then if Royal Court conflicts with band, of course, my priority would be Royal Court because that has more things that I need to remember, things that need to be put forth. And while marching band is just a hobby and just an extracurricular. But the Royal Court would have my full attention at most.
Alright, one final question. Besides yourselves, obviously, who would you vote for Miss and Mr Freshmen?
I'll say Casey, because the seal the deal and just her campaigning has been amazing. And I feel like she strongly believes that she can seal that deal, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I have so much faith in her that she will do amazing in that position. And I'm going to stand 10 toes behind her if she does get the position, because I truly support her and I support her campaign.
Yeah, I agree with Casey because
You should be saying Mr.
But hey, I say Marquel. He has a lot of attention, and I saw that he got everyone to do something on the field. I forgot what.
It was like relays. Oh,
Really?
it was fun. I'm telling you, they was out there. They was relaying.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to get, is for everyone to like be involved in something like straight out of like competing, and I put that in a lot of support, and I feel like he's done, from my perspective, I feel like he's done more than what I have, and I support all the runners for the males, and if I don't get the position, I won't be upset. It's not the end, you know. I'm not dying. There's other things that I could run for, and even if I don't run for anything, I can still be supportive around campus.
Well, that's all the questions we have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
5, 6, 7, 8. Dance with me and